You'll be flying, of course, there to Malaysia midweek. What's the story there?
You know, David, it's really a tale of two sides. Markets pointing to a definite win for Prime Minister Najib Razak's ruling coalition. But if you speak to analysts, speak to politicians on the ground here in Southeast Asia, you'll get a different perspective from all of that. They say it will be a very, very close fight, very close call. For one thing, the opposition under the leadership of former Premier Mahathir Mohamad seems to be gaining momentum. The latest poll shows that the opposition coalition of four parties, by the way, it is set to win 43.7% of the popular vote. That's up from 40.3%. This election, as you know, is being held against a backdrop of rising voter unhappiness in Malaysia. Bread and butter issues, David, higher cost of living, for example, has become a very key issue in this campaign. You also have the 1MDB scandal, the trail of billions of dollars around the world. Prime Minister Najib was implicated, has denied wrongdoing. Still, there's anger among some of the Malaysians. The issue of money laundering here. Now, in the words of one opposition politician, this election is about food on the table for the average Joe. The average Joe, remember, it's very difficult to predict what that will translate to in terms of votes. So it could be closer than you think.
What is it going to come down to? You know, what are the sort of the key groups of voters that we should be looking at?
You know, two groups, essentially, Heidi, a group of farmers and the other, the younger voters. They'll be key in this particular election. The farmers account for the majority of the votes in 54 of the 222 constituencies. Now, they have been hit by the string of financial scandals. That's why Najib has been giving out handouts, grants to keep pretty much his support. In fact, it's promised more handouts if returned to power. The other group, of course, is the younger population, the younger Malay voters. The issue at large is unemployment. It's surging, and it's become a huge problem for the country. And the sense among the young, some say, is that it is time for a change in leadership. The question really is whether or not there is a credible opposition to take its place. So we'll see when voters cast their ballots, cast their votes May 9th, Wednesday. We'll know.